Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. I beg to move that the bill now be read a third time. We have had some very good debates in the course of this bill, Mr. Deputy Speaker, and I thank honourable right honourable members very much for the contributions that they have made. But there are two in particular that I should like to thank, if I may. The first is the honourable member for Wolverhampton South East, opposite me, who has been truly the workhorse of the shadow front bench throughout this bill, and for an economic secretary, as he supposedly is designated, but should of course be much higher, he's done a wonderful job, and I salute him for it. I would also like to thank my honourable friend, the member for Stone, or as I suspect he should be. He's not in this place, as I sadly report, but I think he should be referred to as the ancient mariner of Brexit, if I may say so, because Coleridge says, as you may recall, Mr. Deputy Speaker, it is an ancient mariner, and he stoppeth one of three. By thy long grey beard and glittering eye, now wherefore stopp'st thou me? And although the member for Stone does not tragically present us with a long grey beard, he has something of a glittering eye when matters of Brexit are concerned, and we can only salute the energy and the indefatigability with which he has attacked this topic over many, many years, while perhaps devoutly hoping that this may be the moment at which, the end of this year, a quietus or pause may be reached. Let me say, Mr. Deputy Speaker, in just over 2 weeks' time, the transition period will end. The UK must be, and its tax system must be ready to support the smooth continuation of business across this country. In that regard, the taxation post-transition period bill is a cornerstone of those preparations. In addition, it will play an important part in helping to implement the Northern Ireland Protocol and to safeguard the Belfast Good Friday Agreement. The bill introduces a framework for charges on goods arriving in Northern Ireland and enables the government to put in place decisions made by the Joint Committee for goods deemed to be at risk of moving into the EU. It also includes mechanisms to ensure that, insofar as is possible, VAT will be accounted for in the same way as it is today in Northern Ireland. Let me once again assure the House that HMRC will remain the tax authority for the whole of the UK. And let me remind honourable and right honourable members that businesses will continue only to submit one UK VAT return to account for VAT on all supplies of goods and services. The bill also amends current legislation for excise duty to be charged when excise goods are removed to Northern Ireland from Great Britain as required by the Protocol. However, this does not mean additional costs for Northern Ireland businesses and consumers because the government will be introducing a mechanism to offset any excise duty already paid on those goods in Great Britain. As regards aviation gasoline, the bill introduces a small increase in the rate of duty which will apply across the UK to ensure consistency between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Finally, the bill includes a small number of other taxation measures. They include measures to ensure the government retains its ability to prevent insurance premium tax evasion. Of course, I agree.
I wonder if you can just be a little more forthcoming on what is the EU's enforcement mechanism if they think the UK authorities have not fulfilled the remit, and how much trade are we expecting to be caught up in this double jurisdiction in terms of percentage of trade?
Well, as I have already said to him, without venturing a percentage, the tests for at-risk goods are genuine and substantial risk, and therefore it is expected to be a smaller proportion of the goods there. But of course, trade is a flexible and ever-changing thing, and therefore those, whatever numbers they are, may change over time. He also asked the question about the EU. I'm not going to speculate on what the EU do. What I can assure him is that there will be no EU customs embassy or the like. There will be no joint control over customs in Northern Ireland. HMRC will remain the tax authority for Northern Ireland as it is for the whole of the UK. If I may proceed, Mr. Deputy Speaker, the bill also includes new powers that will enable HMRC to raise tax charges under the Controlled Foreign Companies legislation between 2013 and 2018. Lastly, to help level the playing field for UK businesses, the bill also moves VAT collection on certain imported goods away from the border and removes VAT relief on low-value consignments so as to clamp down on VAT abuse and to protect our high streets. Mr Deputy Speaker, this bill gives businesses throughout the UK certainty about the arrangements which will apply from the 1st of January of next year. But above all, it helps the government to safeguard what we all prize and desire, or should prize and desire, the unity and integrity of this United Kingdom. And I commend the bill to the House.
The question is that the bill be now read the third time. Pat McFadden.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and I don't propose to detain the House for very long.